How's it going, everyone? It is Andre Williams, and today we're going to be talking about SOS, and I must say this is going to be a jam-packed video. So if you are a SOS shareholder, then this video is exactly what you need to watch ASAP. So the first thing that we're going to be going over, because I like to do the agenda, and we do have timestamps below as well. So we're going to be going over the recent news that came out for SOS today, which I think is great to hear, and it definitely had an impact in regards to the overall stock price. The second thing we're going to go over, yes, are the short sellers. Hindenburg and as well as Culper. They ended up getting blasted on Seeking Alpha, and I'm going to be going over that as well. Another thing that we're going to be covering, of course, is a technical analysis. We're going to be taking a look at the price action. We're going to be taking a look at resistance areas and also as well as support areas. And then afterwards, of course, we're going to be going over the borrow-free rate and why this is so significant and why shareholders need to know this of SOS. And then after that, I'm going to give you guys some other news that came out, but I'll be doing that in the final thoughts section that pretty much is starting to put SOS on the map and actually making them even more legitimate because of the competition and the party that they're actually putting them in the same sentence as. And I feel like this is very important and it will bring even more investors. So let's kind of go over quickly how Seeking Alpha pretty much blasted Culper Research and Hindenburg. So I'm just going to pull it up on my phone right now. Yesterday, a bucket shop short seller firm, Culper Research, posted on social media fake information of a SEC investigation. So I was telling you guys this before. They are pulling all of the stops. Shady, dirty tactics to get people to sell, to get you to panic so they can make money. Let's continue. Culper joins fellow bucket shop short seller Hindenburg, claiming SOS is a Chinese hustle and is using fake information and slander to scare investors. We have never seen anything like this in the 25 years on the street. Culper literally photoshopped another SEC investigation to make it look like an inquiry into SOS. So this is what I'm talking about. These type of dirty tactics, you need to be aware of this as a shareholder, and it's part of the reasons why many of you who are holding should be having diamond hands because SOS has so much upside. Let's continue. SOS recently moved into the new digital Gold Rush Elite with letters of intent to acquire control of 3 U.S. utilities on the East and West Coast. The move marks their entry into markets for crypto mining. We are aware of this and the fact that we've seen all of the things that they have been doing to make sure that they can compete is why we have so much confidence in SOS. And then for the last part, it kind of gets cut off. Today marks a heralded coin listing which brings all eyes on crypto worldwide. By tomorrow, SOS is expected to receive 5,464 more mining rigs, which will make them a legit player in the space, adding to 10,000 live rigs today. We're going to be going over that in the news section. We have updated our cap table and valuation analysis for recent financings, a cash hoard of 400 million and comp valuations, though SOS has much, and this is where it cuts off. So that's what I wanted to kind of really update you guys on so you're aware and you know what's going on. Like I said, anyone who is holding, congratulations to you. I can't wait to see how much more this stock can actually move. I could definitely see 10 coming very soon. As we know, analyst price targets on SOS is at $20. So this stock that closed today at $4.80 is being valued at $20. Just want to make sure you guys understand that and you're also aware of that. And in regards to Bitcoin, Bitcoin is actually doing fairly well. It's showing some consolidation and also building up some support in that 62K range. Just keep in mind, we just ended up having a strong move where, you know what, this is now an area where we're consolidating. Let Bitcoin relax. Let it chill where it's at right now. We are going to get to 70K. And I told you it's going to get to 100K by the end of the year. So patience is key here. And it's also one of the reasons why we also got to take a look at Ethereum. Because of course, SOS is also mining Ethereum as well. And right now, when I screenshotted it, you guys will see this all popping up on the screen, is that Ethereum is actually hitting all-time highs right now. So this is definitely going to be beneficial for SOS as well, and it's something to be aware of. SOS is in Bitcoin and they're also in Ethereum when it comes to mining. So that offers diversification and looks really good overall in general for the company. So let's get into the other segments of this video. So like I said, we're going to do the technical analysis, and then we're going to be taking a look at the recent news and going further into the information that was released today from the official SOS website. And then after that, we'll do the short borrow free rate, and then I'll be giving you guys my final thoughts. So we're going to be doing a technical analysis for SOS. So overall in the day, ended up closing at $4.80, which I'm definitely happy with considering how the conditions were inside the market today. So we ended up seeing a low of the day at $4.71, as you can see over here, and we ended up seeing a high of the day of $5.24. So one of the things we want to take notice of are some resistance areas as well as some support areas on the day. So we know already that we definitely have some resistance here right at this $5 level, and this has been shown in the past, as you can see from the chart. Another thing to take into consideration as well is the next resistance area that we ended up seeing on the day. We also saw some resistance here at $4 and that 95 cents level. And as the day started progressing, of course, with the conditions in the market, the stock ended up being beaten down. But we did see, which was great, that we have some support here at this $4.75 level. And the fact that it was able to close at $4.80, still being above the 21-day EMA, is actually something that is good to see. And we look forward to seeing this bullish pattern continue going into tomorrow. What I want to see is SOS come back to reclaiming the 100-day as well as the 200-day and having some strong momentum and getting to that $5 level. We were there in the early parts of the morning, so that's why I'm very confident about it. So once we get past those particular resistance areas, especially right here at $5, then we could definitely look forward to seeing that strong move up and actually start touching that $5.30 level with increased volume and as well as increased demand. Like, all of this went down for SOS, even though it had a good day and they had the Coinbase IPO. Like, this is good. So if anyone who's feeling negative or feeling like, well, SOS didn't do great, I'm telling you right now, I felt like they did great in my opinion. Now, let's take a look at the 1 month chart so we can get a bigger look of the overall trend. So we're still below the 200-day, but one of the things you see that we're actually still making some sort of contact with the 100-day here, but we are starting to trend downwards. So that's why I'm expecting a move to the upside, so I'm not too concerned about it. I also look at this as a buying opportunity. If you take a look down below at the RSI, it's literally right around like 37. So just seeing it at 37, and we know if it's 30 and below, then that's cheap. That's a really good deal. So it's still in that 30 area, so I still think this is a great price to actually get SOS at and be able to take advantage of the run up that we're going to be seeing. But I do see a very bullish behavior from SOS once we're able to reclaim back to this 200-day over here right at $5.32, because then I feel like it's off to the races from there. So we're now on the official SOS website, and we're going to be going over the recent news that came out today. So SOS announces receipt of the third batch of crypto mining rigs and first quarter mining results. SOS announced the receipt of the previous announced third batch of 5,464 cryptocurrency mining rigs. Immediately upon delivery of the mining rigs, the SOS team kicked off inspection, configuration, and installation procedures. Once this batch of mining rigs go live, the company expects that the pool of rigs will be able to generate about 177 petahashes per second for mining Bitcoin and 356 gigahashes per second for mining Ethereum. If the machines operate as expected, the long-term return on investment is projected to be promising. These hash rates are subject to numerous factors, including downtime for maintenance, reconfiguration, and other variable factors that may materially impact computing performance in the future. The company confirms mining operations in Q1 2021 have generated 42 Bitcoins and 916 Ethereum. This is for the partial quarter of operation. SOS Chief Financial Officer Stephen Lai elaborated. These mining results reflect the first quarter of operations, and the number of Bitcoins and Ethereum are higher than what we originally anticipated. We expect our output to grow in the future quarters as we complete the installation of our third batch of mining rigs and have full quarters of operation. These mining results do not include any financial results for the company and do not address the company's other non-mining operations, such as the company's marketing data, technology, and solutions for emergency rescue services. United States generally accepted accounting principles for cryptocurrency mining are complex, emerging, and uncertain. Cryptocurrencies may not be recognized as cash or cash equivalents, and mining activities may not qualify for revenue recognition. Cryptocurrencies have no inherent value, are not legal tender recognized by any governmental entity, and might not be able to be converted into fiat currencies. Investors are advised not to place undue reliance on mining results alone without considering other financial and non-financial metrics. Mr. Yang Dang Wang, chairman of SOS, commented, "We believe that the general trend for cryptocurrencies will be bullish. We have completed the setup of the cryptocurrency business in China at this stage. With the anticipated development of our cryptocurrency mining operations in the US, we believe that SOS cryptocurrency business will achieve significant results. We remain confident in our strategy to invest in cryptocurrency operations." So as shareholders for SOS, this is great news to hear, and this comes at a really good time due to the fact that they just updated us not too long ago, which was yesterday, about having power plants as well. So I'm looking forward to the future of SOS, and hey, we got something to be proud about. I love the direction they're going. So for my final thoughts on SOS, I'm definitely bullish and I'm still holding my shares and my positions. And I must say, hey, when that news came out today, that is exactly what we were looking for. They're also on time with it. They said, hey, we're going to give you an update at this time and so forth. And they followed through with it. And like I promised, we're going to talk about the short borrow free rate. So when I was looking at Fintel and as well as iBorrow, which is pretty useful, it's actually taking data from Interactive Brokers, which I'm actually having an account with. But anyways, so last time when I took a look at it, there were 850,000 shares that were available. But as far as the short borrow free rate, it was around 42.3%. Of course, that can change, but the fact that it's over 40% for the short borrow free rate, I'm definitely looking forward to seeing what happens in regards to price action in the future. Whether it happens tomorrow, next week, next month, this stock is going to have some serious moves. I'm going to be looking forward to seeing SOS really get into that $8 range, and it will be quick. That's one of the things I want you guys to realize, because when the shorts need the cover, think about it. Are you really trying to borrow and hold shares when you're paying over 40% for these shares that you're borrowing? Like, let's be honest here. They want to make sure they're minimizing their risk, minimizing their losses. So again, covering it at a solid price. And I'm going to bet that area would probably be in that 5 to 6, because again, they don't want to be having to cover those shares when the stock price is at $8 to $10 and so forth. So this is something that you need to really understand. And it's part of the reasons why there's a lot of people who are bullish, just like myself, on SOS, taking all of this into consideration. Now, what is the game plan going forward? I'm going to continue to hold. I am not recommending that to you because, of course, I got to put in the disclaimer. I'm not a financial advisor, and this isn't financial advice. So just know when you do invest, you're doing it at your own risk. And now, let's go over that article quickly. I won't go over all of it, but I just want to kind of show it. I saw it as a notification on Webull, and I want to make sure you guys can see this, how SOS is being mentioned with the top names. So let's go through it quickly. 9 crypto stocks to play on the Coinbase debut. The highly anticipated Coinbase IPO took place on Wednesday, putting companies in the cryptocurrency space in the spotlight as traders look for ways to play the large valuation of Coinbase and the rising price of Bitcoin. Here's a look at some crypto stocks to play on the Coinbase IPO. And the first one mentioned, SOS Mining Company, right? Took receipt of its third batch of 5,464 mining rigs. The company expects to hit 177 PHS for Bitcoin mining and 356 GHS for Ethereum. The company mined 42 Bitcoins in the first quarter and 916 Ethereum. The totals from the company were higher than originally projected. And also ebon is on here, which we talk about on the channel. So just seeing SOS being the first one on that list, hey, it's getting noticed, it's getting recognition, it's further proving that they are a legitimate business. So again, for anyone who's a shareholder, anyone who's been holding like myself, and you guys know we've been talking about SOS for quite some time, hey, things are looking really good, especially if you're in SOS medium or long term. And before I end this video very quickly, the results in regards to how much Bitcoin they mined and as well as Ethereum, this is not even in a full quarter. So I'm definitely looking forward for the next time that they do their earnings, we'll be able to see some updated numbers, and it should look even more impressive considering the fact that, hey, they're going to be fully operational. And knowing SOS, who knows, they might be trying to actually have some other things in the works, but hey, we're going to be looking forward to find out about it. And before I end this video, I'd like to say this. I like this stock. Peace out.